Hello, good morning, dear student. I am Vijay Patole, Assistant Professor in Rayat Shikshan Samstha's SSB College of Education, Srirampur, District, Ahmednagar. Today, I am going to orient the syllabus of B.Ed course second year of the subject 205, that is Additional Pedagogy course Understanding Disciplines and School Subjects and Pedagogy of School Subject, that is English. This is the course for B.Ed second year. In this one, this course is having of 2 years, and B.Ed course is of 2 years, and it has choice based credit system, and since 2015 it has annual pattern. This course is prescribed by Savitribai Phule Pune University Pune as per NCTE guidelines. Okay. The course code is B.Ed 20503. The title of the course is Understanding Disciplines and School Subjects, that is English. It has 4 credits and 64 hours are needed to teach this course, and evaluation is concerned. 80 marks are for external evaluation and 20 marks are for internal evaluation. Let's have a look on the various objectives of this 205. First one is to enable student teacher to acquaint with the essential aspect of English grammar and composition. Dear student, in English language there are two types of grammar. First one is formal grammar, second one is functional grammar, and compositions are there: writing of story, writing of para, then paraphrasing, then composition, essay writing. All these things will be taught to them in this course, and student must be acquainted with these aspects of English grammar and composition. Second one, to enable student teacher to develop interest and attitude towards English as a foreign language. Means right now English language is known as the language of the world, so that as a student teacher we need to develop interest and attitude towards English language. So that means right now you are there to get direct platform with the help of English language only, so that for your writing, for your speaking, and for your exposure, whatever you do in English language, there is great chances of getting platform. After that, third one is that to enable student teacher to understand the nature of English as subject as at high school level, higher secondary level. Means in this one, what are the nature, what is the nature of this subject at high school level? In Marathi medium school, there are three languages: mother tongue, then national language, and then international language. This English language is taught them as a third language, that is foreign language, and their mother tongue is their EL1. And second one is that Hindi. Hindi is known as national language of India, so that students are much oriented about these three languages at their high school level, and so that if it is third language or foreign language, but it is taught effectively in the classes. Fourth one, to enable student teacher to comprehend various methods of English teaching. Means for teaching of English language there are many methods and approaches, and for delivering content in the classes effectively, teacher has to use suitable method, whether it is direct method, waste method, then structural approach, communicative approach, or grammar translation method. Nowadays, grammar translation method is not used, and it should not be used in the classes because it creates barriers in learning of English language. Fifth one is to enable student teacher to understand various learning resources in English subject. Means with the help of these various resources, student can collect the information about English language, and by collecting it they can themselves develop their four fundamental skills with the help of modern means of communication, then literature, then with the help of library or resources available on online mode. And sixth one is to enable student teacher to create awareness about the qualities and competencies of English teacher. Means after completing this course you will directly enter into professionalism or in the profession of teaching, so that it must be your duty as a student teacher to have or to know the qualities and competencies of English teacher, how he should be or how she should be, and which qualities have to be maintained by himself or herself throughout his life. Okay. There is unit number 1, that is school content. It has 1 credit, and in this A part, that is there is phonetics. In this one there are 4 subpoints. In these phonetics we can learn here phonemes, then syllables and words. In these phonemes there is distinctive sound in it called phoneme. Then syllable is the combination of vowels and consonants and different formation of words. After that, vowels, diphthongs and consonants. How many vowels are there? Then what are the diphthongs and consonants? So that out of 44 different phonemes, we have to differentiate between how many vowels are there, then diphthongs and consonants. After that, semantic. Semantic, it tells about the meaning of the word, meaning of the sentences. And fourth point is intonation pattern. In this one, trace, accent, intonation patterns are taught in the classes, and as a student teacher, you should know what is meant by phonetics or intonation. When there are nouns or there are verbs, then we need to have the proper trace on particular noun or as a verb or as an adverb, so that some accentual patterns are there, intonation patterns are there, and then we have to use falling tone, rising tone, falling rising tone, then accent, then trace on second syllable, first syllable, likewise. Means this phonetics part is totally related to the science of speaking or science of pronunciation, so that it tells about the sounds of the different consonants, vowels, words, and it helps you to develop your pronunciation in English language. The second part, that is B, it tells about grammar. In this grammar topic, there are parts of speech, as you know that noun, pronoun, adjective, adverb, likewise. Then punctuation mark means it should be the ability of student teacher where he has to place full stop, comma, semicolon, exclamatory mark, question mark, and related to the punctuation mark. So that means it gives clear idea about the writing, and when you are about to write whatever you write in your notebook, on blackboard, you must follow these punctuation marks so that it is a part of grammar. After that, third one is that kinds of sentences. There are different kinds of sentences: simple sentence, compound sentence, or likewise. And after that, fourth one is tense. Means as a teacher, you should know, or as a student teacher, you have to have the practice of tenses: future tense, then past tense, then present tense. Then you need to study the subtypes, then their formulas, because these will help you to build the sentences, or you may came to know that the different use of formula for construction of sentences. After that, transformation of sentences means simple into complex, complex into compound. These things are taught to you in the classes, or you have to study them. After that, in this transformation of sentences, what we need to see in first one, that is direct and indirect method. In this one, WH, the words or question starts with WH, then auxiliary, likewise. Then interrogative sentences, exclamatory sentences. Direct and indirect speech is so important to learn the grammar. After that, voice is there, active voice and passive voice. Means, although these things are already studied by yourself, but right now as a student teacher, means this is professional course in nature, and when you are about to enter in this field as a teacher, then you must know, or you must know each and every aspect of language, so that grammar is important one. Then as soon as then degrees are there, remove two, not only but also, and last one, that is question tag. See student, means as a learner of English language, you have to follow the books from standard 7 to 12. Mean whatever language operations are there, grammatical operations are there, just you have to practice them. By practicing, you will get definitely command over grammar as well as phonetics. And phonetics is the part of this one. So that school content is so important in unit number 1. In unit number 2, subject pedagogy. In this one, there are two parts. A part deals with functional language first, and second one functional language second. In this functional language, first one is that answering the questions based on passage. Means in this one, what is expected? There is comprehension. Okay, means certain seen or unseen passages are given. By reading such passages, which questions are asked and how should we answer them, so that it depends upon your comprehension skill. After that, drafting questions for an interview. Means after completing this course, or everybody in the world, or everybody who wants to join anywhere in the service, he or she must have to face an interview, so that different questions are asked, and how your interview will be, or it can influence others, because if you have the answers of this question. So that drafting of questions means starting, means introduce yourself to what do you believe, or what are your expectation, okay, and where would you like to see yourself after 10 years. Means likewise, these questions are so important, okay, and it will be also the part of your personality. Then preparing a book review. In this one, you will be given a book, and in this one, what you have to do? Who has written the book? Okay, who has written novel, drama? What are the characteristics? What is the central theme, and what are the nature of the character, and which message is given or transmitted from reading of such novel or drama. Okay, so that this is a review of book. After that, article writing on the topic. Such topics will be given to you, and you will be asked to write an article on particular topic, because writing is another skill of English language, so that everyone must be perfect in writing. When you are about to speak, if you commit mistakes while speaking, it doesn't matter, but there is no excuse if you write wrongly on the blackboard, in notebooks. Okay, so that writing is the perfection, so that you should know the skill of writing article. After, there is functional language. In this functional language, what you are to do, what you have to do, first one is prepare a speech. Means uh, in your school, in your high school or junior college, or maybe in senior college, you might have presented a speech before the audience. So that, what is speech, and what should we include in speech, and how should we deliver speech effectively before the audience, and in what way we have to add the gestures, then quotation, then examples, and how to maintain our body language while expressing ourselves before the audience. So that preparing a speech is another functional use of language. Then news drafting. Just you have been listening many news or many channels. Okay, whether the channels are in Marathi, Hindi, or in English. But drafting of a news is a great skill, so that you must visualize the event, and you must have the ability to ask different types of questions to on specific issues. Means when, why, whom, where. Okay, whom, then how. Means the answer of these questions, it is news. The news drafting is another skill. Means the incident, where does it take place, okay, how many people are there, okay, and likewise, means you should have the skill of this one. And right now it is so easy to present yourself. Right now there are two medias, print media is there, electronics media are there, many opportunities are there. If you are perfect in these ones, then definitely you will be a good news anchor, news editor, or presenter. Then functional use, initiating and sustaining a conversation. Right now, it is so difficult for student from Marathi background. They are unable to converse each other with English so effectively, because although they know each and everything, but sometimes they hesitate to present themselves before others. And initiating and sustaining conversation means, for sustaining conversation, you need to think in English language itself, so that you have to have a vocabulary, and your vocabulary should be enriched. And fourth one is that describing an event or incident. Means likewise, news presenting means you need to describe an event or incident in your own words. Means suppose in our class, if there are 50 students and everyone is given same activity, or there will be a display on the board, that is a picture of nature, then picture of war, or picture of any game, or picture of you may say the bazaar. Students are expected to write, or they are expected to describe particular event or incident in their own language, that is in English language. They must try themselves. And in unit number 3, nature of the subject English and English teacher. The nature and scope of English subject English. Means right now, why do you want to learn English language? Because everyone knows about that. If we learn English very well, then there are many opportunities. You can join anywhere. Suppose you want to continue your higher study, then higher study is only in English language. If you want to practice as a good editor, then you should know the English. Then if you are the businessman, then for having the contacts or correspondence with others, then you must have command over English language. And if you are the teacher, if you are a writer, means whatever you are and whatever you want to become, you can become with the help of this English language. So that certain scopes are there. After that, second one, place of English in higher secondary school curriculum. In this higher secondary school curriculum, uh, English has given first preference, and third language is used as English in higher secondary school. Means in English medium schools, what happens? First language is English, second one is national language, and third one is regional language or particular mother tongue of the students. But as far as Maharashtra is concerned, or instruction of medium, if it is Marathi is concerned, then there is always third level, that is L3 language third is used English language. Then third one is that objectives of teaching of English subject at higher secondary school level. What are the objectives? Means, dear student, if you know very well that there are four fundamental skills of English language, and for developing or enriching these skills from your 5th class to 10th, 10th class to 12th, and 12th to your graduation or master degree, only these four fundamental skills are enriched, or means you need to develop yourself. Means your speaking ability, listening ability, reading ability, and writing ability. As per your maturity level, you should have command over these four fundamental skills, and you should know the subtypes of developing, evaluating these skills. So these things will definitely help you to develop as a good communicator of English language. Okay. And fourth one is that relation of the subject English with other school subjects. Means there is correlation between one subject to other. Okay, if you are there, if you want to learn the history of Mohenjo-daro and Harappa, and you have studied a little bit, these things are about Harappa and Mohenjo-daro at your school level or college level. But if you want to study in detail, then you need to use English language. Although it is a part of history, but whatever history is there, it should be written, or it is written in English language, or it can be read by all the readers. After that, if I want to make good use of suppose Hindi is there. Many poems are there. These poems, renowned poets has written various poetries in English language, but these poems are directly translated into English language, so that many readers of English or the people from various countries, they have been reading Hindi poetries, because English helped, or such poems are directly translated into English language. Likewise, whatever subjects are there, if there is geography, if there is history, then civics, then political science, then any subject of school level, there is correlation. And after that, fifth one is that qualities of competencies of English teacher. How English teacher should be. What are the good qualities of English teacher. Is he knowledgeable? Is he hard worker? Is he punctuate? Is he good caretaker? Is he good counselor? Means all the qualities and competencies of English teacher should be transferred among the student teacher, and you must try for that. And fourth unit is that pedagogical approaches, methods and learning resources. In these ones, what we have to do, we need to see the features, merits, limitation and educational implication of these sixth one. First one is that communicative approach. Communicative approach is a approach which is used for enriching communication skill of students, and as a student teacher you have to use this communicative approach whenever you get such type of time, and as per the need of content you have to adopt it in your classes, because you have to encourage student to further speaking. After that, there is structural approach. Structural approach is nothing but the sentences construction. Means as a student teacher you should know this, and what you have to teach to your students, then words, then sentences, formulas, idioms. Okay, likewise means every proverb, every student should know the different structures of English language. Then direct method. Direct method means, so what happens in direct method? In direct method, the content is taught in the classes to the students with the help of English language itself only. There is no scope for mother tongue of the student, so that it's the duty of teacher that in his class or her class he should never use of other language instead of English language, only English. Whatever, whenever he teaches or she teaches in the class, he has to show any teaching aids, objects, everything, it should be in English one. Then grammar translation method. In this grammar translation method, whatever is taught in the classes, or so perhaps we can say that while teaching English language in the class, what teacher does? Teacher translates each and everything into mother tongue, that is in Marathi or other language. For this grammar translation method, there is no need of having an extra efforts by the teacher, because without preparation, with the help of supporting material, with the help of ready-made material, he can teach English so effectively in the class with the help of only mother tongue. But sometimes grammar translation method creates barriers between learning of English language between student and teacher. After that, Dr. West method, it gives more importance on reading itself only. It is he believed that one who reads more and more in English language can develop his vocabulary, can develop his knowledge of construction of sentences. And after that, seventh one is that inductive and deductive method. In this inductive and deductive method, what happens? These two methods are used while teaching of English grammar. When the examples are given in the classes and students are asked to extract the rules from these examples, and there is inductive method. It happens in English medium schools only. And in deductive method, all the rules are already given to the students by the teacher, and by memorizing these rules, by memorizing these regulations, students are expected to operate on certain grammatical words or sentences or any grammatical operation. Means first of all he has to memorize the rules, and then he will operate on any sentence, any pattern. So that inductive and deductive methods are there. And after that, learning resources for English. What are learning resources? Likewise, what are the concepts, need, importance of learning resources? Means some teaching aids are there, charts are there, then final boards are there, modern tools are there, so that learning resources which help to learn English language. Then second one is traditional and technology based learning resources. Example, language lab, mobile apps and websites. Language labs are used. In this language lab, the certain things are taught to the students regarding pronunciation, then sentence construction, then having the gestures, then adding of these punctuation marks, then pronunciation like Britishers, or that is we use received pronunciation. And mobile apps are over there. There are many mobile apps. By using these apps, one can learn English so effectively, and one can learn about grammar, one can learn about teaching, one can learn about drama, novel, each and everything by using these apps. And certain websites are there, means suppose Oxford Online Learning of English is there. If you type over these ones, then you will definitely know about when and how to use good use of these grammatical operations, then how to speak effectively, then how to narrate the incident. Certain things are there on the website, so that you need to serve such websites. And after that, there is practical session. Out of these three, as a student teacher, you should prepare any one, and these practicals are there, and it depends upon the teacher educator which he selects and which he distributes among the student, so that as per your own wish you can select or you can prepare your practical. First one is preparing project about vocabulary, means vocabulary, building of vocabulary. After that, developing one short story. Only 10 pages are expected here. Short story, what is meant by short story? What are the parts of a short story? What are the characteristics of short story? Then what is the beginning? What is plot? Then theme, then middle, then climax, and what do you say, message? These things are over there, and these short stories are really meaningful. And third one is that prepare a tree diagram, web diagram, pie chart based on 5 units or lessons. Means with the help of given information, you have to prepare tree diagram. Okay, it also depends upon your comprehension level, how you comprehend to particular content. So that this is the nature of our practical, and this is the orientation. Thanks for listening, dear student. And if you have any query regarding this syllabus or any part of this syllabus, definitely I am there to explain each and everything to you in detail, so that you may directly contact me, or you may write to me with the help of this email ID. Thanks for listening. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.